believe to be the ultimate hook bait, so I get asked about these an awful lot on social media. These are super attractive. So hook baits, they play a crucial role in my angling at all times of year, and in particular during the spring and winter months when the fish are much more lethargic, the water temperatures are really dropped, the fish's eyesight has dulled as well as their senses, and the fish are moving around and eating a lot less. So what you want to do is try and put a high attract, more visual hook bait in front of the fish, even if it's just to encourage them to mouth the bait out of curiosity. So there's several ways of doing this. I'm going to share with you how I prepare mine and what I use personally. So here's a few of my favourite hook baits that I use during the winter and spring months. So first off is the pineapple hells. So the pineapple hells, I've been using these pretty much since they come out. They're super attractive hook baits, and in their own right they are a brilliant bait. But with all of my hook baits in all of my angling, I very rarely use one straight out of the tub. So what I tend to do is I'm either adding liquids or powders to try and boost them hook baits, because I'm trying to create a even greater feeding sort of response, a trigger, to try and get that bite that little bit quicker. What I do with these pineapple hells is I'll take a few out of the tub, just to create a little bit of space within the tub itself, and then what I do is I add a little bit of the isotonic goo. So the isotonic goo goes brilliant with pretty much any pineapple hook bait, but it seems to go particularly well with these pineapple hells. So I had a small amount. I'm not trying to soak these hook baits, I'm just putting a small bit in there, and then what I do is I'll shake the pot up, because you're just trying to glaze them hook baits. So once they're glazed, they look a little bit like this. So yeah, so they're glazed but they're not soaking. And then what you do is you want to put them on the shelf in your garage, and then leave them for sort of 24 hours, go back to them pretty much every day, give the tub another little shake just to move them baits around and make sure the liquid's covering all of the hook baits and keeping that glaze on there. After probably 2 or 3 days you'll notice that liquid disappears. What you then need to do is add another couple of drops, and you repeat the process over the space of sort of 2 or 3 weeks. Just be mindful that if you're doing it to pop-ups, they will obviously get heavier, adding that much liquid to them, so just be aware that it may affect the buoyancy of them hook baits. So using these hook baits themselves, I actually had one of my sort of most memorable captures back in April when it was like a really heavy frost. I had this like a really cracking mirror out of my syndicate lake, fishing a little solid bag at range, so they really are super effective. So another hook bait that I use a lot during the sort of the cold winter months, this one's the hell hook baits. I buy these in a white colour, and then what I do with these is I boost these with a squid goo. This is really well documented by Elliot Gray, so I don't need to go into detail about this, but I follow the same sort of process. That's just a pot of the toppers and the larger size ones. Yeah, the toppers are little pop-ups and the bigger ones are wafters, so it enables me to take them straight out of one tub, cast them out in the lake. And so finally I'm going to talk to you about what I believe to be the ultimate hook bait. So I get asked about these an awful lot on social media, and friends are always trying to find out if they can get some off me. These are Atlantic heat hook baits that have been super boosted, so effectively these are a super high attract, match the hatch hook bait. I use these all year round, and they've caught me an awful lot of fish from an awful lot of waters, some really pressured carp, some really rare carp. So yeah, these to me are my ultimate hook bait, and I'll happily put one of these on a rig and cast it anywhere in any lake. They do take time to prepare, but nothing in fishing comes easy. If you want something good, you need to put the time in to get the rewards really. So these, you get the tub of Atlantic heat hook baits and you add various liquids to them, and then once that's had time to sort of soak into the hook bait over a period of sort of 4 to 6 weeks, I'm then adding various water-soluble powders to these to basically, in effect, create the ultimate hook bait with various feeding triggers coming off the hook baits all the time. It also penetrates the lake bed around the hook bait, and it attracts an awful lot of natural sort of life from within the lake itself. So it's something I developed when I was fishing over on Collinbrook, or perfected when I was over on Collinbrook, and it got me a lot of special carp over there. So yeah, if you want to find out more about this, I'm going to do a separate video on how to make these, and that will be on the channel in the foreseeable future. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on this. And yeah, if you've got any questions or comments, obviously pop them below, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.